Oh, hush, Thor. Gee. As you guys know, I've been driving this 69 GMC back and forth to work for the past year. And that worked out okay for quite a while, but now the old truck, she's starting to get some pretty serious issues going on. She does not have a functioning exhaust system on board, so when you start her up, she blows exhaust pretty much wherever she feels like blowing exhaust. The carburetor is completely shot. She's pulling about 6 miles per gallon now, which is not acceptable any longer. It's got to be pulled off and repaired. The turn signal switch has long since fallen off and gotten lost somewhere along the way. I've lost one spring over here on the front end over there. The brakes are starting to get a little bit funky and fading, which, well, really what the truck needs is the truck needs to be pulled out of service, gone through, and taken back up to a better standard of use once again, because right now at 6 miles per gallon with all those various issues, it's just really not a very good idea to drive this thing 60 miles a day back and forth to work. And the wife, of course, drives their little Chevy Aveo all over the place, and I'm left with the old truck or the antique MG Midget. And, you know, I'll drive the MG Midget all over the place when it's warm outside, when I'm not freezing my arse off trying to drive it around, because it's just, I mean, it's a cool car, don't get me wrong. I love the MG. I love it to pieces. But it's cold, and I don't like being cold. I'm allergic, in fact, to being cold. When it gets cold, I break out in a hive. So, that being said, this is my new hot rod. It is a 1995 Saturn SC2 with the 1.9 liter 4-cylinder 150 horsepower engine in it, and I picked it up at a car lot out here in this area the other day. Pretty dirt cheap. Used some of our tax money on it, which was a good idea. Fires right up, she runs, and she does that, and that's all it is required of it, you know. I will be installing a stereo in it today so that I can have some tunage while I'm trying to get back and forth to work in the thing, which is a good idea. Not much else you can say about a 95 Saturn, really, you know. I mean, they are kind of a desirable little car. The tuner crowd likes to get them because they've got traction control built into them, and that motor it's a pretty hot little motor for these little cars, and it's an easy swap out. You can change out that motor to another motor that's a little bit hotter motor, like a 07 motor out of I think they said an Ion or something. You can change those out and go pretty quick, and pretty much any turbo system that you find you can put on these things and make them scooch a little bit better than they do. But this thing scoots just fine. It works fine for me. Does not have to be anything super special. All it's got to do is be, you know, a little bit better fuel mileage than that, a little bit more modern than that, and not the life's car. So it does all three of those things, and it does them quite well. And it starts, and it runs. That's what I think about that. There you are.